Audi was one of the first luxury automakers to offer an electric vehicle with its e-tron SUV that debuted for the 2019 model year. Now for 2022 it's expanding its EV lineup with two high-performance sedans, the e-tron GT and the RSe-tronGT. Both share many similarities with corporate sibling Porsche Taycan. It's a great place to start, as the Taycan has been among our favorite performance luxury vehicles since it came out for the 2019 model year. The e-tron GT differs mainly in its styling.
As you'd expect from Audi's RS badge, the RSe-tronGT is simply the high-performance version of the e-tron GT, not that the regular GT is particularly lacking in performance, mind you. It produces about 100 horsepower more than the e-tron GT, quickening acceleration from 3.8 seconds in the standard model to just 3.0 seconds in the RS. The RS also adds standard performance features that are optional on the e-tron GT, such as an enhanced torque vectoring system and a sport steering system, plus a handful of extra luxury items. Uniquely available for the RS is the Year 1 package, which adds, among other things, carbon ceramic brakes that resist fade during hard braking. The RSe-tronGT looks magnificent and balances those good looks with excellent on-road comfort, ample speed, and a cabin packed full of all the latest tech. Audi's RS models usually kick things up a few notches from the base model, but unfortunately the RS version of the e-tron GT is lacking in some areas. For the price, there are others in this exclusive F segment that are simply better. High performance driving aside, the RS GT remains as easy a commuter as the non-RS. Audi's interiors are typically stylish, thoughtful and highly functional. The RSe-tron GT is no exception, and its touchscreen infotainment and physical buttons are all intuitive to use. The RSe-tron GT does have some downsides in this area, and they include a cabin that's not the easiest to climb in and out of considering this is a relatively sizable luxury sedan. Rear seat space is a bit too cozy even for the average size passenger. And though the driving position is excellent, visibility out of the rear window is almost laughably bad. It's a good thing the optional surround view cameras have excellent picture quality. In-cabin storage for luxury cars is typically sparse, but the e-tron offers less than most of its competitors, including the dimensionally similar Taycan. And despite having front and rear trunks, the e-tron offers a measly 11 cubic feet total of cargo space. That's smaller than an Audi A3 sedan's trunk. The e-tron's rear seats can fold down flat, so it's not all bad news, and there's a useful pass-through for larger items. The Audi RSe-tronGT we tested was equipped with the optional 21-inch wheels. It gets an EPA estimated range of 232 miles on a full charge and a consumption rate of 42 kilowatt-hours worth of electricity used for every 100 miles of driving. Both figures are slightly lower than those of the standard e-tron GT. It can be hard to rationalize cars at this price level as a good value. But with most things Audi, you feel like you get what you pay for. Top-notch materials, tight panel fit and zero interior rattles help reassure you that you're buying a quality product. Another bonus, unlike the Porsche Taycan, which features a very pricey standalone option menu, you can equip the RSe-tronGT with many of the same features for thousands less. Warranty coverage and roadside assistance for e-tron GT are pretty standard for the luxury class. New buyers also benefit from 3 years of free charging at Electrify America stations. The 2022 Audi RSe-tronGT is a high-performance variant of the standard e-tron GT electric sedan, which is reviewed separately. Two electric motors, one for front, and one for the rear, produce a total output of 590 horsepower and 612 pounds-to-foot of torque in normal mode, while a boost mode temporarily increases power to 637 horsepower. Audi gets points for using the steering wheel paddles to control regenerative braking. It's just the sort of setting you might want to change on the fly, say, heading down a steep hill or coasting along in highway traffic, and being able to adjust it without having to dive into a settings menu is smart. The middle setting will feel the most familiar to gas engine aficionados, and the max regen is almost but not quite aggressive enough to allow for one-pedal driving. The RS offers rear wheel steering as an option. When fitted, the rear wheels also turn in phase with the fronts to improve high-speed stability. Below 30 miles per hour, the rears turn opposite to tighten maneuverability. Steering efforts are light, almost too light at slow speeds if the car is equipped with optional Power Steering Plus, which just boosts the steering assist to feathery at low speed. But once you get used to it, you'll be flipping tight U-turns just for the fun of it. Audi tilts the GT's controls toward the driver, and everything you need is within easy reach. EVs have conditioned us to expect tech-focused or even minimalist interiors. The GT has a crisp digital display in front of the driver and a 10.1-inch touchscreen in the middle of the instrument panel, but there are gas buttons for the climate control. The 2022 Audi RSe-tronGT is a high-performance variant of the standard e-tron GT electric sedan, which is reviewed separately. Two electric motors, one for front, and one for the rear, produce a total output of 590 horsepower and 612 pounds-to-foot of torque in normal mode, while a boost mode temporarily increases power to 637 horsepower.